Welcome to Module 2. We spent the whole first module learning logic, and along the way I kept promising it would let us prove things, and so now we make good on that. This video answers a deceptively simple question. What really is a proof? This is one of the most practically useful ideas in the series. It's not just an academic ritual. The heart of it is that a proof is an airtight argument that a claim is true in every case. Not just true for the examples you happen to try, not true for most of the time, but true for all of them, including the cases you never tested and in many situations could never test because there are infinitely many. A proof settles a question permanently using a chain of steps where each one follows cleanly from what came before. And once something is proven, it stays proven forever. Now, testing checks some cases. You feed inputs in, you watch the outputs, and when the tests pass, your confidence goes up. That's genuinely valuable, but notice the ceiling. Tests can only ever cover a finite sample of inputs. The one case you didn't test might still be broken. Proving is different in kind, not just degree. A proof reasons about the general structure of the problem. So a single argument covers infinitely many outputs at once, nothing being left to the luck of which cases you happen to sample. Before we write any proofs, 4 words that show up in every one. An axiom is a starting truth that we accept without proof. It's the bedrock we build on. A theorem is a statement we establish as true by proving it, the thing we're trying to reach. A hypothesis is what we're given, the assumptions we get to start from. And a conclusion is what we have to reach, the claim the proof lands on. Almost every proof in this module has the shape given the hypotheses, prove the conclusion. Keep these 4 straight, and the structure of every proof becomes easy to see. So here's that shape, that structure laid out. Every proof, no matter the technique, follows the same skeleton. Step 1, state what's given. Write the hypotheses plainly, because those are the facts you are allowed to lean on. Step 2, state what you must show. Name the conclusion up front so every later step has a clear target to aim at. Step 3, reason step by step, where each line follows from a definition, an axiom, or a previous line, with no leaps. Step 4, arrive at the conclusion. Once you reach the target using only valid steps, the theorem is proven, and you're done. When we start writing real proofs in the next video, watch for this skeleton underneath every one. There's 2 reasons this would matter for a computer programmer. First, the limit of testing. We already saw with truth tables that cases explode exponentially. 10 variables was over 1,000 rows. For a real program, the space of possible inputs is effectively infinite. Testing samples that space. Only proof covers it. Second, proof is where the deepest guarantees in computing come from. Why a sorting algorithm always terminates. Why an encryption scheme resists attackers. Why a loop's invariant holds on every iteration. None of those are things you establish by running test cases. They're proofs. The most important guarantees you'll ever rely on were proven, not tested. However, proof and testing are partners. They're not rivals. A proof guarantees your logic is sound, but it says nothing about whether you typed the code correctly, whether your assumptions match the messy real world, or whether the requirement you proved was even the right requirement. Testing catches exactly those things, the typo, the bad assumption, the mismatch with reality. Mature engineering uses both. You reason carefully about what must be true, and then you verify that you actually built what you reasoned about. Neither one replaces the other. So a proof is an airtight general argument built on axioms and definitions that settles a claim for every case at once, and it is the foundation under the strongest guarantees in software. Next up in video 9, I'm going to stop talking about proofs in the abstract, and you'll see it on screen, the first actual proofs, and you can practice along with that, using the 2 most common techniques, direct proof and proof by contraposition, worked line by line. Please subscribe so the next video shows up in your feed.